mineral is an aggregate of two or more than two elements. A mineral has a definite chemical composition and is basically formed by inorganic substance. In other words, if you try to understand, this means only one type of chemical composition is mostly available in mineral. It may be iron, it may be silica, it may be lime, etc. And it is mostly formed by inorganic processes. Now, speaking about minerals, they generally occur in the earth's crust and it is extracted from its ore. So ore from the mine is brought to the factories. In the factories it is processed, and then after the processings we get the exact good mineral. Gold, silver, etc. And such kind of minerals can be used for various other purposes. And this definition is very important to understand how the minerals are formed. And basically they are used for various purposes. Then what are those purposes? That also we shall try to focus in this part. Something more before going towards the minerals individually, the types of minerals. Minerals are basically found out in two forms, that is metallic and non-metallic minerals. Let's take a look at in short about metallic and non-metallic minerals. What are they and what does it mean? Metallic minerals. Here the minerals contain metals and generally they are found in igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are the rocks which are formed during the volcanic eruptions and they solidifies. After solidifies, they form the crystalline rocks, and from these crystalline rocks we obtain some minerals and these contain some metals. So this type of minerals are called as metallic minerals. Now as they contain some metals, we can just take a look at their characteristics. They are very strong, especially for developing of metallurgical industry. Not only the metallurgical industry, they are also important for industrialization and the better economic growth of the country. So they can set up the highest and the heavy industries. With the help of that, other industries are also set up that leads eventually to the economic growth. The best metallic minerals are iron ore, manganese, nickel and copper. You might have heard the word the Iron Age. In that age, the iron ore which was found out and made use for the various other purposes. Later on in some of the centuries we had heard about the Industrial Revolution and how the Industrial Revolution causes to have the development with the help of the industries caused by or made or with the help of iron ore and coal. So these are one of the most important of economic growth. Second type of minerals are non-metallic. Now as the word suggests, it is non-metallic. They do not contain metals in that and mostly find out in sedimentary rocks. And sedimentary rocks are formed in the riverbed where most of the accumulation of sediments form year after year, and over a year or over a long period of time there are the layers of rocks formed, and due to the lots of pressure the rocks solidified, and from them we can get some of the non-metal minerals, for example mica, limestone, gypsum. This is what the two types of minerals, metallic and non-metallic. Something to be noted down, that is, minerals are non-renewable sources, means they are not going to be remade. This is not possible, and as they are non-renewable, the usage of the minerals must be limited, and we need to take care that how we can maintain its capability and its storage. They are exhaustible. Once they are exhaustible, they are not about to be made, and this inexhaustible capacity makes it precious, but at the same time it is a threat for the human being. If once it is exhausted, we cannot easily make or replace with any other minerals. And here these are the minerals which never form in a very short period of time. They require a very long time, and this long time develops geologically. So we can understand how the geology and the lifestyle onto the earth with the help of mineral too. But rather than due to its usages, many number of minerals are misused, and now they are about to exhaust from the earth crust. So it is a very great need for the human being to conserve some of the minerals and not to misuse them. And if we do so, definitely we can try to maintain the natural resource in the earth crust. Now, as we have learned that what is the minerals and what type of minerals these are, why they are important, now we will learn about from the Indian point of view that how they have distributed and what type of usages of each mineral do we have in the life. First and the foremost important mineral, that is iron ore. Now iron ore is the backbone of modern industries. We have discussed previously that every industry being set up needs iron ore, and the country which has a good amount of iron resources plus the consumption of iron, it is said to be the developed country, and that country's economic growth is very high. And the economic growth of the country is not just based on the money, but also the industries set up into that particular country. So it is very important type of mineral that every country pursue too. Now when we talk about the iron ore, actually this iron, which is mainly the backbone of the industries or the country, it is in the form of iron ore, means it is in the form of powder, and this iron ore contains the amount of the iron content in every part of the iron ore is not same, and based on the iron content present into that iron ore, the following types of iron ores are divided, and we shall take a look at, so you will understand what type of quality of the iron ore is. And according to the quality, there are varieties and the various usages of iron ore. So first one in that is magnetite. Now magnetite is one of the best quality of iron ore because it contains approximately 72% of pure iron. So you get a very good and the best quality of iron from magnetite, from the iron ore. Talking about its color, the color is reddish, and it has the magnetic properties, means works like a magnet. That's why the name is also called as magnetite, because of its magnetic properties. And as it attracts to magnet, it can be magnetized to become the permanent magnet itself. So we can form the magnet with the help of this magnetite, and this can be used in the varieties of industries, okay, as ore of iron and in manufacturing steel. So basically these are the usages of magnetite. And where we can find it out, the magnetite? In the places or in the states like Andhra Pradesh, Goa, Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. So rather than manufacturing steels, what are the other usages we do have of this? The first use, that is, it is used to produce the pigments. Now what pigment means? Colors. So in making the colors it is mostly useful. Second type of iron ore, that is hematite. And if you see the hematite, it contains approximately 60 to 70% of pure iron, that is of second quality, and this is mainly found out in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Jharkhand, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Goa, Karnataka and Maharashtra. Third type of iron ore, that is limonite. It's of third quality because it contains mostly 40 to 60% of pure iron, and it is yellowish in color. Sometimes it is brown also in color, and it is of inferior quality. The quality of this one is not good one, so it cannot be used for all other purposes. And here are some of the states or the places where we can find out limonite. The place Raniganj in West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, that is in Kangra Valley. So the basic usages of limonite, that is, it is used as a pigment in the manufacturing of paints, as a color.